Hello everyone, I'm the Wynner and welcome to our game room. Today I'm going to take a look at a game that's currently on Kickstarter called Bah Humbug. Bah Humbug is a Christmas themed game where you're trying to get a letter sent to your true love and you're bluffing your way through what you're actually sending. It takes about 20 minutes to play and it's for 2 to 4 players. Let's send it up top so I can give you a proper overview. Welcome to the gameplay overview for the game Bah Humbug. Before I get started, I want to let you know that this is a print and play version of the game. Last year, Small Furry Games ran a successful Kickstarter for a print and play version of the game, and this year they are back on Kickstarter, but this time the campaign is for a full print production version of the game, which not only offers better graphics, it also offers an updated rulebook and the ability to play multiple games with the same cards out of the same box, which gives you lots of bang for your buck. But today we are going to focus on the base game that is Bah Humbug. Alright, let's move to setup. Now, for setup, you take your 12 wreath cards, which coincide with the 12 Days of Christmas, which everyone knows and loves that song, but you put them in order, and you put a berry token on the number 12. You also take the remaining berry tokens and your coal tokens and kind of put them in the middle with your mailbox. You also deal cards to the players depending on the number of players in the game. For a 2-player game like we have set up here, we deal 10 to each player. In a 3 to 4 player game, it would typically be 8. And then after that, you determine start player. The start player, we're going to use a piece of candy as the start player token. And the start player is the player who most recently sent a package or a letter, which Christmas time just happened. I just sent a bunch of Christmas cards, maybe a little late, but we won't talk about that because it still counts, right? All right, and then we get right into gameplay. The gameplay for Bah Humbug is very straightforward. The start player begins the round by choosing a card from their hand of mail cards and plays it face down next to the wreath card with the berry token on it. The berry token begins on the 12 and moves throughout the game. Now, since I am the start player, I will choose a card from my hand to play. You typically want to try to match the number on the wreath cards to try to earn berry tokens to earn a nice victory, but you can choose to bluff your way to gain coal tokens to go towards the naughty victory. The only problem is if you bluff, there's a chance that your opponent can call Bah Humbug on you, and if they do that and you bluffed, they actually get a berry token. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, the cards in the deck are, there's 79 cards in the deck. There's 12 12s, 11 11s, 10 10s, and so on. But there's also one postman card. The postman card is a wild and can be used as any number. Now, let's see what I want to play here. I don't think I'm going to bluff right offhand. I think I'm going to go ahead and play my 12 face down and say 12 drummers drumming. My opponent takes their hand and plays a card and plays a card that says 11 pipers piping, sorry. Now, at this point, I don't have a 10 in my hand, but I do have the postman. So at this point, I think I'm going to play the postman as the wild for 10 and say 10 lords a leaping. My opponent plays a card down, 9 ladies dancing. So I have a couple 8s in my hand, so I think I'm going to keep on the nice track, and I'm going to go ahead and keep playing cards that match. So I'm going to go ahead and say 8 maids a milking. Now my opponent, they decide to play a card and say 7 swans a swimming. At this point, I'm starting to think, you know what, maybe they're trying to bluff me. So I'm going to actually call Bah Humbug. When you do that, you flip the mailbox in the middle of the board over to show that you are the player calling Bah Humbug. And the first thing you do is resolve the card that they just played. So let's check. Looks like they played 2 turtle doves, which obviously is not the 7 swans a swimming. So we end up calling their bluff. Now, if they have any berry tokens, we get to take one from them. But unfortunately, the game just started, so they do not have any, but we gain 1 from the supply. After that, we resolve the cards in a ascending order. So we'll start at the 8. We know we played the 8, and we know it's legit, so we'll move forward. Let's see what they played. For the 9, they got us, and they played a 10, which they bluffed us, but it's okay. We called their bluff at least once. So when a card that doesn't match a wreath card is flipped, you put a coal token on it. All right, we'll move to the next one. We know the next one is the postman. The other special ability with the postman is that he automatically delivers any letters or packages beyond him, so these will not get revealed this round. So that works out real nice when you have an opponent really pushing towards a naughty victory. You can actually kind of put him very early in the numbers, so that way the whole line after him does not get revealed, which is really nice. But so in this instance, now after we've done that, we have to give anybody who had bluffed and got a coal token on their card, we give it to that player. So this round, we are one closer to the nice victory, as they are now one closer to the naughty victory. After that, we take the cards that were played, shuffle them up, return them to the bottom of the play deck. Each player draws back up to the number of cards, the max number of cards in their hands. In a 2-player game, it's 10 cards, so I have 7, so I'm going to draw 3. My opponent has 7 as well, so they're going to draw 3. The first player token will move to the right. And now in a 2-player game, the berry token moves down 2, and that will be the new starting point for the next round. Or in a 3 to 4 player, it only actually moves 1, but since we're playing 2, it moves to the 10. Now, he would be the start player. He would get to start to play a card at the 10. Then I would go, and we just keep doing that until one player has either won via having 7 coal tokens, and they're the naughty player, or a player has won by getting 5 berry tokens, and that is the nice player. In a 3 to 4 player game, you only need 3 to win the nice way, and you only need 5 to win in the naughty way. Now, as you can tell from the gameplay video, Bah Humbug is a very easy game to pick up and play. I've taught it to my 8-year-old niece and my 80-year-old grandma, except for she won't say Bah Humbug. She uses another choice B-lettered word. But if this game, by any chance, interests you, be sure to head over to Kickstarter and check out Bah Humbug by Small Furry Games. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep playing and keep winning.